Hey everybody, it's Terry over at Central Valley Air Gunners and foxairpower.com. Look at this beauty queen. This is the AEA HP Carbine TD model. 450cc carbon fiber air tank there. It has a shroud. It has internal baffles, folding buttstock, semi-automatic, I didn't mention it, power wheel, 11mm dovetail rail on top. Nice air gun. Come with two 10-round magazines. I want to point out on top here I have a UTG tack light and laser combo. I have these in stock. Super cool. You have a permanent or temporary. Also 61mm bottle clamp and the UTG 7-inch to 9-inch bipod. Beautiful air gun. We're gonna chronograph it today. We're gonna do these H&N 20.06 grains, and we're gonna do the JSB Hades 26.54 grains. The JSB Heavies, these are 33.95 grain, and also the Mr. Hollowpoint 43 grain Hollowpoint slugs. I'm going to chronograph all those and see what this gun does, so should be fun. Hey, a couple of other things real quick. That is a 13-inch barrel underneath that shroud. And this is a 25 caliber, and I do have these 25 calibers in stock at foxairpower.com right now. Okay, let's get to it, man. This is a 3600 psi max working pressure air gun, working pressure, which I like a lot better because 3600 psi is a lot easier to refill, and you can refill it many more times all day long. Most of the tests I'm doing today are starting at 3600 psi. Okay, first thing we're going to do today is these H&N Field Target Trophy pellets. These are 20.06 grain. Got a 10-round mag here. Let's see what they do. Woo! I love that sound, man. Okay, I've got 20.06 grain plugged into the chronograph. Let's hit start. Let's do this. 961 feet per second. That's, I believe, over the factory specs for speed. 41.14 foot-pounds. 976 feet per second. 974 feet per second. 976 feet per second. It's like this thing's regulated or something. 978 feet per second. 987 feet per second. 986 feet per second. Duplicate. This gun's something else, man. This is not a regulated air gun. Alright, shot number 9. 996 feet per second. 44.19 foot-pounds. Alright, 10th and final round for these H&Ns. 995 feet per second. This gun is very, very consistent. I will take a screenshot of that, and to be double safe, we're going to save the group, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. Okay. Okay, these are the results from the H&N 20.06 grain. Look how consistent this gun is. with the feet per second and the foot-pounds. Okay, average feet per second, 981.5. Standard deviation is 10.6. Minimum speed was 961. Max, 996 feet per second. That one came with 44.19 foot-pounds of energy. Spread of 35. Incredible. Remember, this is a non-regulated air gun. This is like the most regulated, non-regulated air gun I've ever dealt with, I believe. Okay, next we're gonna use these JSB Hades 26.54 grain. It's a nice hunting pellet. Again, the 10-round magazine ready to go. Let's see what the gun does with these. .54 plugged in there. Hit start. Okay. Round one. 885 feet per second. 46.16 foot-pounds, man. 890 feet per second. 865 feet per second. 893 feet per second. 889 feet per second. 888 feet per second. 902 feet per second. 47.95 foot-pounds. 900 feet per second. 906 feet per second. 10th and final shot. 886 feet per second. All right, good stuff, man. Let's save it. Okay. Okay, and this is what the gun did with the JSB 26.54 grain pellets. Again, look how consistent the gun is. Very pleased. Average speed, 890.4 feet per second. Standard deviation of 11.4. Minimum was 865 feet per second. Max was 906 feet per second, which brought us 48.38 foot-pounds of energy. Spread of 41. Alright, time for the heavies, the JSB heavies. 33.95 grain, 33.95s. Again, a 10-round magazine. You can feel it's quite a bit heavier because the pellets are heavy. Alright, 33.95. Let's start. Okay, round one. 805 feet per second. 48.86 foot-pounds. 784 feet per second. 803 feet per second. 800 feet per second. 807 feet per second. 809 feet per second. 810 feet per second. 804. 815 feet per second. That's 50 foot-pounds right there. 10th and final shot. 822 feet per second. 50.94 foot-pounds. Huh. Interesting. Take a screenshot of that. Heat advisory. Save it. I'm gonna keep going here, man. Start. Same 33 heavies. Just for fun. Oops. I restarted the chronograph so we can get a kind of its own group reading here. For the next 10 round magazine with these heavy 33.95s. Alright. Let's see what happens. 824 feet per second. 51.19 foot-pounds. 825 feet per second. 813 feet per second. 824 feet per second. Duplicate. Man, this gun is like consistent. 828 feet per second. 51.69 foot-pounds. Duplicate. Sweet, man. I'm glad I did this second mag. 833 feet per second. 52.32 foot-pounds. 834 feet per second. This is the 10th and final round in this magazine. 826 feet per second. Well, should I keep going? Save that group. Start a new group. And I'm just going to throw them in there if you don't mind. Be faster. 833 feet per second. 52.32 foot-pounds. 840 feet per second. This gun's getting more powerful. 838 feet per second. Duplicate. Man, this gun is like magic. Well, what I'm doing here is representing the third 10 round magazine, right? 843 feet per second. 53.58 foot-pounds of energy. Sweet. Wow. Duplicate. Unbelievable. 848 feet per second. 54.22 foot-pounds. Shot number 8. 847 feet per second. Duplicate. Alright. This is the 10th round. Or 30th round. Same fill. 849 feet per second. 54.35 foot-pounds. Wow. Let's see where we're at on the air. It's gone down to about, what, 3,000 psi from 3,600 psi. We can keep going and keep going and keep going. I wish I had loaded a bunch of magazines. And these are the heavies, man. Very pleased. Okay, let's stop this for a minute and see what we're gonna do next. This is the first magazine with the JSB Heavy 33.95 grain pellets. Look at shot number 10 there. 822 feet per second, and we reached 50 foot-pounds. 50.94 foot-pounds of energy. Average was 805.9 feet per second. Standard deviation of 10. Minimum was 784 feet per second. Max was 822 feet per second. Spread of 38. This is what the gun did with the second magazine with the heavy 33.95 grain pellets. Look how consistent the gun is. Everything on this foot-pounds of energy column except shot number 3 is over 50 foot-pounds. Just mind-blowing, man. Okay, look. Average 825.9 feet per second. Standard deviation of 5.8. Minimum was 813 feet per second. Maximum was 834 feet per second with a spread of 21. Alright, and this is what the gun did with the third magazine of the 33.95 grain JSB pellets. These are the ones that I loaded by hand. Look at the energy column there. Look at shot number 10. 849 feet per second. 54.35 foot-pounds of energy. 54.35 foot-pounds with a 25 caliber air gun. Really something. Alright. Our average speed was 842.6 feet per second. Standard deviation of 5.3. Minimum was 833 feet per second. Max was 849 feet per second with a spread of 16. All right. So what we're gonna do now is the Mr. Hollowpoint 43 grain. Badass Hollowpoint slugs. Look at that. And they do fit in the magazine. Right. Sweet. Alright. Let's see what these things do. $727 feet per second. 50.47 foot-pounds. 50 foot-pounds. What that dangerous Hollowpoint. Whoa. 735 feet per second. 733 feet per second. 736 feet per second. It's getting more deadly with every trigger pull, right? That's 51.73 foot-pounds. Okay, round number 5. 726 feet per second. 740 feet per second. 52.29 foot-pounds. 731 feet per second. 738 feet per second. 744 feet per second. 52.86 foot-pounds. This is the 10th and final round. 737 feet per second with the 43 grain Mr. Hollowpoint slugs. Okay, and this is what the gun did with the Mr. Hollowpoint 43 grain Hollowpoint slugs. Again, look at the energy column. Nothing under 50 foot-pounds of energy there. Shot number 9, 744 feet per second, 52.86 foot-pounds of energy. Okay, man. Average 734.7 feet per second. Standard deviation of 5.6. Minimum 726 feet per second. Max was 744 feet per second with a spread of 18. Okay, so I'm having so much fun with this gun, I thought I'd run a couple of other things through it. Everybody's favorite, Polymags, 26 grain. And they do fine in the magazine. Look at they cycle just fine. Alright, Let's do this. (924 feet per second). 49 foot-pounds. That's really something. 921 feet per second. 923 feet per second. 931 feet per second. That's 50 plus foot-pounds right there. 925 feet per second. 932 feet per second. 926 feet per second. Duplicate. I love that, man. 929 feet per second. 10th and final round from this magazine. 941 feet per second. 51.13 foot-pounds with the Polymags. Very good. And these are the results from the 26 grain Polymags. Again, look how consistent this air gun is. I'm very happy with it. Average 927.8 feet per second. Standard deviation of 5.8. Minimum was 921 feet per second. Max was 941 feet per second with a spread of 20. Okay, fun stuff. Here we go. These are the FX hybrid slugs. Also 26 grain, of course. Also in the magazine. Okay. Let's see what the gun does with these. 906 feet per second. 913 feet per second. 919 feet per second. 916 feet per second. 922 feet per second. 919. Consistent, man. This thing's consistent. 916 feet per second. 912 feet per second. 915 feet per second. 10th and final round with these FX hybrids. 922 feet per second. 49.09 foot-pounds. Sweet. And this is what the gun did with the 26 grain FX hybrid slugs. Again, super consistent in speed and foot-pounds. Average 916 feet per second. Standard deviation of 4.9. Minimum was 906 feet per second. Max was 922 feet per second with a spread of 16. Alright, next, H&N Grizzlies. These are 31 grain. Of course. Also in the magazine. 10 rounds. Here we go. 31 grain plugged in there. Alright. 857 feet per second. 50.56 foot-pounds. Haha. 851 feet per second. 863 feet per second. That's 51 plus foot-pounds. 859 feet per second. 857 feet per second. 864 feet per second. Man, I love this gun. Super reliable. It's not had a hiccup this whole day and is super consistent. Shot number 7. Duplicate. Incredible. 860 feet per second. 862 feet per second. Okay, 10th and final round with these H&N Grizzlies. 858 feet per second. 50.68 foot-pounds. Sweet, man. This gun's awesome. These are the results from the heavy 31 grain H&N Grizzlies. Again, super consistent. Everything is above 50 foot-pounds except shot number 2 there. Where's C max? 864 feet per second. Number 7, shot number 7, 864 feet per second. 51.39 foot-pounds. Duplicate, shot number 6, right? Very cool. Okay. 859.5 average feet per second. Standard deviation of 4. Minimum was 851 feet per second. Max was 864 feet per second with a spread of 13. Oh, so let's check this. Okay, the last 3 mags, the Polymags, the FX hybrids, and the H&N Grizzlies. I started those magazines at 3600 PSI, and here we are, right at 3000 PSI. Maybe, yeah, 3000 PSI. I mean, this is a good, at least a 6 mag gun there, easy. It's got some big shot count. Okay, so let's just keep going with that 3000 PSI. I got 3 magazines loaded with these 26.54 JSB Hades. .54 plugged in there. Hit start. Let's see what she does. 934 feet per second. 51.42 foot-pounds. 926. 924. 920. 919. 917. 913. 910. 909. 10th round from this magazine. 911. Okay, this is magazine number 4 with this when the gun was full at 3600. Okay. 913. 910. 906 feet per second. 901 feet per second. Duplicate. 899. 895. 892 feet per second. 889. This is the 10th round from this magazine. 888. 888 feet per second. This is the 6th magazine from a 3600 PSI film. 894 feet per second, 47.11 foot-pounds. 888, 882, 879 feet per second, 878, 874, 872, 868, 861. This is the 10th and final round of this magazine, the 6th magazine from the 3600 PSI fill. 860 feet per second, 43.59 foot-pounds. Okay, let's see where we're at here. Look at that. I'd say that's a good place to stop. We went from 3600 PSI to what? Maybe 2200 PSI, 2100 PSI. That's incredible. Okay, that's like I said, 6 magazines. That's 60 shots from one fill. Incredible. I really, really like this air gun. This is my new favorite air gun. But I always say that, right? I really like this one. And these are the results from the 3 magazines that I started at 3,000 PSI. Again, look at how consistent this gun is. We had an average of 897.8 feet per second, a standard deviation of 19.9, minimum 860 feet per second, max 934 feet per second, with a spread of 74. Okay, so there you go. The AEA HP Carbine TD. That thing is wicked. This 25 caliber air gun is something else. As you all saw, I had a great day with it. It did not hiccup one time today. It brought me nothing but pleasure. Oh man, really something. I ran some additional, well, you saw 7 different kinds of ammo I ran through here, and did a pretty loose shot count too, right? 6 10-round mags with this thing. And there you go. I want to mention again that I do have this 25 caliber AEA HP Carbine TD in stock right now at foxairpower.com. Super cool air gun. It's my new favorite air gun. Okay, man. So that's it for today. It's been a great day. This is Terry with Central Valley Air Gunners and foxairpower.com. I want to thank everybody for being here, and thank you for watching as always, and I will see you next time.